can give any answer what a function is?
We can say it's a method to perform any task.
Okay, well enough. Any other answer? Okay, no problem. So, what is our objective today? So, let me make you very clear that our objective is not to learn theory or not to learn a lot about the definitions and introduction or the theoretical part of any programming language. The main task for me today is after this class, you all should be able to write a function in Python language. So this is my task, that you should be practically aware, or you should be practically write the code by your own in Python using function. So that is my target. So there are a lot of theory in function. There are a lot of uh, theoretical explanation about function, but I haven't used them and I haven't explained them in the slide, or I will not be explaining them. But what I will do, I will explain this whole thing through examples and through programming language, so that it will be easier for you to understand what a function is. Just for the basic introduction of function, a function in a programming is a section of program that performs some specific task. So to give you an example, let me use one example. So let's suppose I have a school. Okay. So in a school, I have different class. So I have class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 7, 5, 4. For every class, I have a class teacher, right? So, and for every class, I have student. So for every individual class, what I have to, I have to create a list for a teacher, then a student, then their mark sheet. So let's suppose I have to do this work in Excel sheet. So what I will type, I will start typing name, student name, first student name, then marks, first semester marks, second semester marks, third semester marks, and I will do it for whole classes and sections that I have in my school. But let's suppose I have another method or another way to do it. I will have a single designed code, and what I have to do, it will ask me to enter the name, it will ask me to enter the class, and it will ask me to enter the section, and automatically it will fetch the data to a specific location where it belongs. So what it does, a function make our work easier. So we will move ahead in this PPT, and we will see what are the benefits of using a function. So one more thing using a function, let's suppose I have a very big task, which require a lot of different objective, different methods to perform that task. But I want to use some task for repeated multiple times. Let's suppose I have to do a mathematical calculation, and for that calculation I need to do I need to find division for more than 10 times. So it's a very long question of 10 page, and I have to solve it, and I have to do division for more than 10 times. So there is one way to do division for all the time when it is required, and there is one more way that I divide the thing for one time, and I make it up as a function, and I use it when it is required in the program or in the problem. So I will do the same thing here. I will use a mean. You can see this here. I will use this mean example. You know what a mean is? Mean is the sum of the length, the sum, and by the total number of the total. Like for this number 1, 2, 3, 5. First, to find a mean, I have to add them all, and I have to count them. How much number we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 numbers, and the sum of this number are 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5. So this is the way how we can find mean. So let's suppose I have 10 numbers, and I have to find the mean of all those 10 numbers. So I have a way to calculate it. So for all those 10 numbers, I have to do the same calculation all the time. Can it is, and there is one more way that I create a function and I put this number in that function, and it automatically gave me the mean number. So we will see the whole thing today in this session. So let's start. So let's suppose this is a program, and let's not suppose it is actually a program which is without a function, and the program is how to find mean. So this is our studio code where we will do the coding. So this is the code that I will execute right now. So let's suppose I have a grade of student. So I have 3 grades of a single student. So let's suppose in semester 1 a person got 9.1 CGPA. In second sem he got 8.8 CGPA, and in third sem he got 7.5 CGPA. And I want to calculate the mean of that student. Okay, no problem. So for that, I have to first calculate the mean. I have to first calculate the sum. So I have a function already, inbuilt function of sum in Python language. So I don't have to create a function for it. So I have to just use this. I had explained you about this function types in for different data types. Like I had shown you about capitalizing things, like using capitalize for string. So in list we can use sum. So for what I will do, I will write sum and student grade. So what it will do, it will print the sum of these 3 numbers, and then to find the mean I have to find the length. For length I will use len. See, it is a function objective. So let's see what will be the output of this sum and this length first. So let's print my sum and print length. I'm not printing the mean right now. So let's see what is the output. So for sum, we have output 25.4. So if you add these 3 numbers, you'll get 25.4. And if you will try to find the length, so we have 3 numbers. It means we have 3. Then the amount of the length of the student grade is 3. So for finding the mean, what I have to do, I have to divide my sum by length. So let's see what will be the output for this. So this is very basic example. We have done it before also, same kind of example. So see, this is the mean. This is the output for mean. So this is one way to do this. Okay. No problem, clear?
Actually, I have a question on here. So in
Okay.
student grade, we have 5 grades. Sorry, 6 grades.
Okay.
Which is calculated only for 3-1, not all.
What? I didn't get you.
Actually, in student grade, we have 3 grading.
Right.
Okay, when we calculate the sum, why it's not calculating for all of it?
You're not.
It's a 9.1. Oh, I'm really sorry. I was thinking 9.1. 9.8. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay. No problem.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So this is, let's suppose. Now let me. You tell me. I have to print one more student mean. So let's suppose I have a student named Ravi, and he have got, in first semester he was having 9 CGPA, in second semester he was having 8.8, and in third semester he had 6.8 CGPA. I have Shashi. Shashi had 10 CGPA, 7.8 CGPA, and 9.0. So if suppose I have to find the mean for both this student, so I will have to repeat whole this step again, right? So one thing I can do, I can copy and I can paste, but for that also I have to change all these variables, right? So is there any other way from which we can use just mean something, some command, and we can just get directly mean? So for that, for these kind of purpose, for these kind of problem, we use functions. Okay. So let's go to the slide and see what we have. So this is the program that we have seen right now. So this is the thing that we have to discuss today. So this is just an example. So this is def sum x and y. And what is this? We have used it before also. What is this?
Yeah, it's column.
Mm-hmm.
It's column.
Okay. So what is a function, and what is a function that we have already know, that we have just seen what is a function, and why we require a function. And now we will see what is a function and how to declare a function and what are the syntax of a function. Okay. So for declaring a function, first you have to write this def. So when you'll write def in a Python file, it will automatically detect it as a function declaration. So there are two things in function. First is declaration, and second is calling a function. So for now we are declaring a function, and I will show you when we call the function. So for this def, it means defining a function. So diff, then you'll write the name of the function that you want to call. So here can be anything, xyz or anything. So but to show the person who is reading the code clearly and structured programming, I've written some so that the person who is watching it can easily understand that these function is for doing the sum problems. So I have declared diff sum and two variables. Why two variables? Because I have to add two numbers. So this is the basic program of function. I will not show you the program right now here. This is just a PPT. I will solve multiple program problems today on our worksheet. See, this is just remember this definition, defining a function def, name of the function this, and the parameter that we are using this. And without this column, we cannot create a function. It will show error. So let's just finish the PPT within 5 minutes and go and do some coding. So where it is used to perform a defined task easily, to use the same code for multiple times, and to decrease the code script. So let's suppose I have a file of millions of codes, right? I have a website. Let's suppose I have Facebook. So Facebook have multiple of pages, multiple of codings, multiple of codes. So if suppose Facebook have to increase the speed of its page to get loaded. So what Facebook have to do? Facebook have to decrease the coding script written to run the program. So to decrease the code, what anyone can do, they can use function, or function is used to decrease the coding script, because within suppose I have declared a function in 4 lines, I can use that function again and again whenever it is required. And to use that function again, it will require only 1 line of coding. So we don't have a lot of PPT today, but we have a lot of coding today. So let's go and check the workshop. So okay, so here what we are doing, we are trying to print Ravi and Sashi mean value, the marks mean value. So but using this way, without function, we cannot print it. The reason is I have to change the variable again and again. I have to copy paste, right? So this is a program of function. So I had already explained you def find mean will be my name for this function, and this is the parameter. My list, you can use x, y, z or any parameter. But for me now, I'm using my list so that it is clearly visible that I am declaring a list. So I will replace this ABCD with Ravi and Sashi. So this is the function. This is the function part. Okay. The function will what I have written: def find mean my list colon. So when you will enter, the code will start getting this blinking symbol will start blinking here, not here. The reason is the syntax of the code. It takes 4 space bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the syntax of writing a function. So once you declare a function here, you will write the coding or the command in the 4th line. Else it will you can write it after 1 space also, but if to show it look good, you should write after 4 space bar, or you can just use a tab. Once you press a tab, it will automatically take 4 space bar. So for what I have done here, I have used the mean as a new variable, and in the mean I have used sum mylist and length mylist. So this is the same way that we were doing here, but in this program we were doing this in different lines. For this, my sum in one line and length in another line, and then counting mean in the third line. But to make the code less, decrease the coding script, and to increase the speed of the code, I have used this in a single line. I have declared a function, sorry, I have declared a variable, the mean, and in that variable I have used sum mylist. If someone have any problem, I have this same program an easy way. I can show you, but first let us do this. So see, this is the part which is my calculation, the calculation that I want to do with this function. So I have to sum the list divided by length of the list. So this part will calculate it, and then what I want to return the mean. Means I want to print this part. What will be the output? I want to print what will be the output from this. So let's suppose Ravi have 3 numbers, Sashi have 3 numbers. I have to print Ravi and Sashi both. So I can print both in one line. So this is my function declaration, right? This is my function declaration. And now what I will do, I will call the function. So to call the function, I will use this part. This is the name of my function. To call, let's suppose what I have done here. I have changed the mean function. I have changed the mean. I have put the mean within a name that I want. I have done multiple of calculation and combined it together and gave it a name, and I will call that name, and with that name, whole function or whole code or whole calculation will be calculated. So for here, what I will do, print find mean bracket Ravi. So now I'm just printing for Ravi. So here is the output. So Ravi, mean of Ravi's grades is 8.2. So let's do it for Shashi also. So we can do it in 2 ways. We have already discussed it. We can do it here. Or we can do it in the same line by using comma. See, here's the output. And if suppose I have to print it in the same line, what I have to do, I have to use a comma here. Find mean Shashi. See, the output is printed in a single line. So anyone have any doubt till this part? because this is one of the most important things. So first we will clear this out and then we will move to our next or our more function program. Does anyone have any problem? I cannot see the chat, so open your mic and speak out.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay, have one chat.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Anyone have any language problem? What is your?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
No, sir.
What is the use of return in third line? Someone have a question. What is the use of this return? So if suppose you don't use this, return the mean, we will not have any output. Mute your mic.
I have a doubt.
Okay, ask the doubt. First, let me clear one doubt, then I will take your question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's suppose if I remove this, return the mean, let's check what will be the output. None, none. You know why? The reason is I haven't given any printing command. So this return will act as a print, which will be, so if suppose I have given it here mean, find mean. So this code will go back and find it here. So to print this, I need this command, return the mean. If I don't have return the mean, if the program will get executed, it will run perfectly fine, but the output will not get printed. The output will be none, none. Okay. Yeah, ask the question.
सर दैट पोर्शन सर आपने जो बोला था कि इसको प्रिंट करके फिर सर फाइंड मीन रवि सर वो वाला समझ में नहीं आया थोड़ा सा
कौन वाला
सर
Find.
जो
ये वाला
आपने लिखा है यस सर
इसमें आप किस क्लास में हो
सर 5
हाँ ओके तो ठीक है तो जब आपको पता है मीन कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है ओके तो अब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आपको पता है कि 1 + 2 कैसे ऐड होता है
यस सर
ओके so let's suppose I have a function def we already have a inbuilt function for this sum but to make you clear let's suppose I declare a function def sum xy not sum1 okay it will return x plus y so this is my function declaration let's suppose x is 20 y is not xy let's suppose I want to add multiple numbers so I will use print sum1 1000 bracket comma 2 20 sum1 10 comma 2 sum1 20 comma 20 see what is the output is 1020 for this 12 for this and 40 for this so what is happening x and y return x plus y so the function that I am defining here what I am doing I am adding x and y and when I am calling it I am using this two variables or two parameters using a comma and this comma is defining it or this comma is differentiating these two numbers and adding them so see the output I have 1020 12 and 40 clear any other doubt
no sir
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So the same program that we have done to now, we can do it in the same way as we had done it without using function. So this is the same problem, but I have defined everything in separate line. My sum x, length len x, mean my sum slash divided by divide length, then return mean, and I have called this function here and printed the mean of this number. Okay. So this was the program for calculating the mean. So for the next program that we have now is write a function. First, let me clear this. So for write a function to find the length of a list. So I have multiple numbers, right? And we have seen that if we will use len command and declare something, it will get printed. But just for the sake of function and to explain function, I am using this in a function to explain you. So I have 7 numbers, so it is printing 7 because I have length function or inbuilt function in Python. So let's do this program and see. So we have length, but I don't want to use length name. I want to use length of name, means length as my function name. So I will define a function. The name of the function that I will give is length, and the parameter that I will use list. You can use any name here. You can use x, but for that you have to declare x here. Okay. So here I am using length as my function name, and I'm calling as a parameter list, and I'm returning length, len of list, and I'm printing length. What I have done, I have done nothing. I have not coded anything. I've just used len and I've changed this name. It will do the same task. Print length and this. So you know what will be the output. We have used this in our previous problem. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11. 11 is the output. So this one was easy. Okay, so
there is one extra bracket, third bracket.
Okay, where?
After length, print length, then bracket, then again third bracket.
No, one bracket for this and one bracket for this. So see, 1, 2 open, 1, 2 close. So this is the method to calculate the brackets. Sometimes you have multiple brackets. So to calculate the bracket, first just count the opening bracket. So I have here 1 and 2. So I have 2 opening brackets. Let's see how many closing bracket I have. 1 and 2. Okay.
After length, you have used 2 brackets. One is first bracket and third bracket. Before the numbers 102.
Oh, this is not a bracket. This is a square bracket, and it is used
yes.
for declaring a list.
Okay.
So this bracket will execute the program or the problem as a list, so that it can be used in the so that it can use function length. Otherwise, if I declare this function as a string or any string, this program will have error, because string don't have length. Okay, so for defining this number as a list, I have used this bracket, and we have discussed it. To declare a list, we use square brackets. Okay, so let's move ahead. So for next program or problem, we will do it after rejoining this session, because we have 3 minutes left.
Only 3 minutes left.
Yes. So